Hey y'all, I'm bringing you back around to work on some more of these pockets. I'm working on Dee Dee Farrago's 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas challenge. And the one I'm up to is, I am up to making week 5, episode 1. And this one is a really easy one. And it's really quick, and we're going to get going. Okay, remember these corners off the envelopes that we cut off way back? Well, I was supposed to have 3 or 4 of them, but, you know, I did good to have 2. I found 2. So, what I'm going to do is glue these to some scrap paper to cover them. And then Dee Dee had, I think hers was 8.5 inch tall because she used a regular piece of paper, regular cardstock, and I was using 12 by 12 scraps, so mine are going to end up being 4 by 4. But that doesn't matter. This can be done any size you want to do it. If you want it wider, if you want it shorter, you can adjust it. But the big thing is to make sure that your corner pocket, and you can cut these down if you want to, but just make sure that your envelope corner fits on your pocket. Okay, so let's just glue this down. And you want to be sure to not glue your pocket together while you're using your glue of choice. But we all know me by now, and I will probably do exactly that. So that's something that I'll need to be careful of. I'm just going to run that up to that corner. And I chose which way I wanted my paper to be directioned when I laid that out to glue it on. Y'all, I'm just having a morning this morning, and I apologize for being shaky and squeaky, and it is what it is. And then you just trim that little piece out. Yeah, I seem to be battling myself this morning, which is never good. And there's another pocket. Okay, and then what we do is you've got this folded over, and Dee Dee decided as she was going, she folded her pocket over and then she cut the excess off. I just decided to do 4 by 4 pockets, so I cut my paper first and then folded. But what we're going to do now is put a little thumb notch in here. And I shot myself in the face again, as per usual. Then what we're going to do, number one, I wanted to make sure I didn't glue my pocket together, but I do want to have this little extra tuck, so I'm going to glue right across the bottom to seal that bottom off and make that inside tuck. If my glue works this morning, I'm going to do that. Okay, and I don't have a fabric softener sheet out here. I'll have to remedy that. Okay, so now I've got a little tuck in there. So here you can decide if you want to glue it all the way down and just have that one tuck inside the envelope corner, or if you just want to glue the sides down to create your tuck. And I'm just going to do that because it never hurts to leave your options open. Wow, that sounded deep, didn't it? Trust me, it is no deeper than a pocket. Okay, and now I want my pocket to open here, so I am going to glue here. In my lap again, and here, and fold it up. Okay, so now we have a tuck. Wow. Okay, we have a tuck. We actually have another tuck. We have a pocket with all that real estate in there. And then depending on how we glue it onto the page, we can have another pocket or another tuck. Or we can even glue it on this side, make a pretty decorative edge right here, let that side hang off the edge, and have a tuck over here. So, got all kinds of options with this one. I really like it. And we used up the scrap corner of the envelope, and we used up some additional scraps from earlier pockets. But yeah, there's one. Okay, and here I did the same thing. I just made 4 by 8 and just folded it in half. And this one, I want my pocket on the other side, so I'm going to put my thumb notch over here. And I'm always keeping my folded part at the top, so things slide in and out easier. If you have this open crease where it's glued together at the top, things might stick on it a little worse. So, but anyway, here we go. Yep, I have had a morning of it this morning, and it's nobody's fault but my own. My very, very own. Okay, and we're going to put it like that. And I don't know why. I just am not having a banner day. But, you know what? It's okay. It can only get better, right? Right. Okay. And again, we're going to attach it as a tuck, so we'll have that little double tuck. And there goes my glue all over the place. It'll be all right. It'll still work. Okay, so now I want my pocket over here, so I'm going to glue here and here. Wow, that was a pretty line of glue, wasn't it? Wow. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so now we have our tucks here, we have our pocket here, and we have either a pocket or tuck on the back. So now, I had some more 4x4 or 4x8 scraps to make more pockets, but I didn't have my little envelope corners. I'll find them probably an hour from now. But, yeah, right now I just don't have them. So I'm just going to take a little piece of paper and make a tuck. Okay, and I want this one to be directioned this way. So I'm going to put my thumb tab over here. Notch. I don't ever know whether to call that a tab or a notch. I think it's a notch. Thumb notch. If it was a tab, it would stick up. Okay, so here I'm just gonna glue my edges here to make my tuck. And now this one, it'll only have one tuck, but that's okay. Won't hurt a thing. You can still put things in there. If I don't manage to glue it all down. Okay, and now I want my opening on this side, so I want to glue this side and this side. So yeah, I hope y'all are all having a good day. I'm having a good day. It's just that I seem to be in a battle with myself this morning. I know y'all, most of you probably know exactly what I mean. I'm trying to make things too hard for myself instead of just letting things happen the way they're supposed to. And the other thing is, if you want to ink, I'm not too concerned with this paper and inking right now, but if you want to ink, you do want to ink before you glue your pocket on. This would be the time to ink. And if you just ink that long part of the triangle there, then you can ink the whole thing when you get done. And this one's going to go this way. And y'all, I tried to clean my mat this morning. It's a little bit better. I don't know what I got on here. I opened a package and it was like this powdery stuff came out, and it was black, and it's on my mat and it won't come off. Tried hand sanitizer, but it didn't do too much to it. It may just wear off over time. But guess what? I'm not going to worry about it. But you know what? That is where my OCD takes over. I have found that I have to have things a certain way, and I want my desk to be clean. I want my tools where my tools are supposed to be. The things in my house, I want them, everything has a place, and I want it in its place. Now, it might be dusty as all get out, and I might have dust bunnies on the floor named Roger, but everything's in its place. And I think that comes from the fact that I lived alone for so long, because I was in my 40s when I got married. But yeah, I want this one to go this way because the writing, it's pretty directional. But yeah, everything in its place, and my desk needs to be clean. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. You like, here we go. But that's just a quirk. I was always that way at work too. My desk would get cleaned off after every project, between projects. And again, I'm not saying, you know, my desk isn't dusty or doesn't have paper, fabric fibers on it or anything, but things like this bother me, and things not being put up bother me. I'm one of those people that when I finish dinner, I'm thinking about taking my plate to the kitchen sink. So I guess that would be classified as OCD. I don't know. When I grew up, nothing had names like that. You were just strange. Or you were mean because you made people pick everything up. So I guess I'm still strange and mean. Okay, and that quickly we have a bunch of pockets. How about that? I like it. I like it a lot. Did you see what I did there? That can even sit up. The pocket can be at the top. Look, pocket can be at the top. The tuck can be here. Huh. What about that? That's a good one too. Okay. All right, y'all. I've had fun. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope that you can find some time to craft today. See you next time.